Causes of Naga divisions and ways to reconciliation. First, let's look into the root causes of Naga divisions. There may be many factors and causes that divide the Nagas. However, let's look into the top five major root causes that divide the Nagas and create divisions among the Nagas. The first root cause The first root cause of Naga divisions is colonial legacy. When the British arrived in the Naga Hills during the 19th century, they never unified the Naga areas under one administration. Instead, they split the Naga areas and governed them based on administrative convenience. Boundaries were drawn that cut right through the Naga areas, dividing families and tribes. After India and Myanmar got independence, they inherited these colonial borders, turning them into rigid states and international boundaries. This was how it happened, the first major root cause of the divisions of the Nagas. The second root cause. The second cause of division among the Nagas is factionalisms and leadership rivalry. The Shillong Accord split the NNC. This led to the formation of NSCN in 1980, which later broke into rival camps like NSCN-IM and NSCN-K in the year 1988 due to mistrust among the leaders. And over time, more splinters emerged, often driven by power struggles, ideological differences, and tribal loyalties. Leaders often disagreed on strategy, mistrusted each other, and sometimes prioritized personal or tribal power over the collective vision. The result was breaking up into multiple Naga factions, weakened unity, and painful violence within the Naga community. These rivalries led to interfactional violence, dividing Naga society and weakening the collective Naga unity till today. The third cause The third root cause of division among the Naga people is extortion and multiple taxation by different Naga factions. As factions multiplied, so did the demons. What was once seen as a duty has turned into a heavy financial burden, creating resentment among the Naga people. Extortion and multiple taxation by different Naga factions have become a major cause of disunity. What began as patriotic contributions to the struggle has turned into a burden, as citizens are forced to pay multiple groups. Rival factions use taxation to compete for power, while ordinary people grew resentment and lost trust. This practice divides the Nagas further, between groups and between the people and the leaders, weakening the unity. The multiple taxation system is one of the strongest factors of public frustration and disunity. The fourth cause. The fourth root cause of Naga divisions is influenced by India and Myanmar. External influences, especially from India and Myanmar, have deepened Naga divisions. India separately engaged NSCN-IM and NNPGs made to divide and negotiate, reducing the bargaining strength of the Nagas. And this made rivalry gap deepens among the factions. While on the eastern side, Myanmar military regimes restricted Naga cultural rights, imposed Burmanizations, and suppressed political organizations by force, creating different political experiences. These selective approaches foster suspicion, mistrust, and competition among the Naga groups. External strategies, whether by design or circumstances, complicated Naga unity and deepened divisions. The fifth cause. The fifth root cause of division among the Naga people is involvement of Naga factions in Indian government elections. The involvement of Naga factions in Indian elections has created contradictions and divisions. Once opposed to Indian politics, factions now often back candidates or influence voting through pressure for personal gain. This practice divides communities, fuels mistrust, and undermines the credibility of the Naga movement, weakening unity among the people. Supporters of different factions or political parties split along the political lines, factional alliances, and election rivalries, even within the same tribe or village. The involvement of Naga factions for personal benefits in elections erodes the moral legitimacy of the movement and widens the gaps between factions and the people. The Naga freedom movement began as a united movement, however, gradually fragmented into rival factions, each with its own leadership and vision. These divisions, fueled by historical wounds, political ideologies, and external pressures, caused immense suffering within Naga society itself. In this context, the Nagas must first reconcile with one another, acknowledging past wrongs, forgiving each other, and working towards a common future. First of all, for Naga reconciliation, we need to strengthen the Forum for Naga Reconciliation because it is the most credible and people driven platform that can heal divisions, reduce suffering, and guide the Nagas towards unity, peace, and a shared future. The Forum for Naga Reconciliation, formed in 2008, founded by Reverend Awati Iyer as the convener of FNR, has been at the heart of this process. Through dialogue, peace, and initiatives, and the journey of common hope, the FNR has helped reduce factional violence and encourage rival groups to meet on a common platform. Secondly, the reconciliation of the Naga people is possible through acknowledging the past mistakes, forgiveness, and cease of hostilities. All Naga groups and communities need to openly acknowledge the shared history of the struggle, the sacrifices, and the pain caused by the internal conflict. All factions and groups need to accept responsibility for past violence, killings, and mistrust. A collective recognition of wrongs committed against fellow Nagas is the foundation for healing. An act of forgiveness can help rebuild trust. And one very important thing for the Naga people to reconcile is to take a solemn pledge before the Naga people to commit to work together and to work for the common cause, for the whole Nagas as one, should be carried out to prevent mistrust and violence in days to come. Coming together of Naga political groups, creating a common political vision, working towards a common framework that respects Naga identity. Thirdly, bridging through a cultural exchange program. Intertribal dialogue and cultural exchange programs can soften historical rivalries. Tribalism is a major obstacle. Traditional institutions, tribal councils, unions, and various associations of the Nagas should promote the message Naga first, tribe second, and self last. The younger generation must be taught the history of the struggle and the importance of peace, unity, and dialogue. Without educating youth, all patterns of divisions will repeat. Reconciliation will succeed only if ordinary Nagas across villages, tribes, states, and even in Myanmar feel included in shaping the future. Civil society groups can build trust by organizing peace conventions, intertribal meetings, and people to people initiatives. Fourthly, ending multiple taxation and extortion. Multiple factional taxes are a burden on the people and a breed resentment. All Naga factions must come together. When factions come together, a reconciliation agreement must include one transparent system of contribution or an alternative fundraising mechanism. This step will restore people's faith in the movement. Fifthly, genuine and fair approach in participating in Indian government elections. As Indian elections has often deepened divisions among Nagas because different Naga factions support or oppose elections in different ways. Political parties often exploit tribal and factional lines to gain power. This has to be discouraged, instead promote to work for the Naga national interest as a whole. Elections have sometimes overshadowed the collective national aspirations of the Nagas. Nagas need to act in a careful and balanced approach through a genuine appeal to the people for Naga political cause, not to get monetary or other personal benefits rather than the Naga cause. Finally, Naga reconciliation requires acknowledging past wrongs, building unity among political groups, reducing tribalism, ending multiple taxation, empowering the church and civil society, educating youth for peace, ensuring people's participation in negotiations, and creating a shared vision for the Naga future. Only through these steps can Nagas heal historical wounds and stand united as one people.